From KSNT.com, mountain lion sightings on the rise in Kansas. From prehistoric to present, my name is Ethan. This is Creature Guide Live Daily News. Remember to like, comment, and if you love talking about animals, share this show with everyone you know. Now, let's get into the animal news of the day. So let's take a look at what's going on in Kansas. Mountain lions, while still rare in the sunflower state, are starting to become a more common sight in Kansas. 27 News got in touch with Matt Peak with the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks this week to find out how many people have sighted the big cats in the state recently. Yeah, most likely the cougars, which there is an established population in the state of Kansas, are coming in from Colorado, possibly New Mexico, and even eastern Wyoming. So, at least in the state of Colorado alone, you have around 7,000 cougars, many of them inhabiting the Rocky Mountains or possibly slightly east of the Rocky Mountain front. So, the KDWP received 50 confirmed sightings of mountain lions from 2007 to 2023. Huh, that seems kind of low, but that number has more than doubled in the past 2 years to 110 reported mountain lion sightings since 2007. Okay, that's a massive increase. Peak said that some of the sightings reported, such as the multitude of recent reports in Pottawatomie County, may have been the same cat seen multiple times by locals using trail cameras. Yeah, Pottawatomie County is located over in northeastern Kansas. It's quite a rural area. In fact, what's interesting is that just southwest of Pottawatomie County, specifically Fort Riley County, you have a herd of wild elk in the region. There's also a herd of wild elk over in southwestern Kansas. In total, there's somewhere around 350 to 500 elk within the state. And it's very likely you could have it where now and then cougars are preying on the elk herds. I mean, the thing is that um, cougars are capable of taking on animals, at least weighing 1,000 pounds. So, a 500-pound elk is, I mean, it's still not the easiest thing to take down, but you have cougars in some instances over in British Columbia. Like the largest individual that was taken down weighed somewhere around 278 pounds, referring to a male puma. So, I do wonder the size of the individuals that are coming into Kansas. Possibly they could be younger males. He said it is also possible that more than one cat was present in the same county at the same time, leading to the increase in confirmed sightings. There's not any evidence there's one living there. Pottawatomie County right now, Peak said. Peak said biologists are closely monitoring the movements of mountain lions following recent evidence of the animals reproducing in nearby Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation confirmed the presence of mountain lion kittens in two parts of the state in October and December 2024. Well, this is really good to hear. So it's very possible that there could be a breeding population of cougars within the. Oh, this is Oklahoma. Okay, wait. Um, Okay, we already know about this. I thought it was Kansas. Um, the populations in neighboring states are doing well, Peak said. Long established populations in Colorado and New Mexico are thriving. Well, yeah, you have the different mountain ranges, especially over in New Mexico, with the southern Rocky Mountains. Even further south into the state, you have other cougar populations. Could be around 6,000 in the state. Even over in West Texas, you have West and Central Texas, you have a cougar population. So the thing is that over in Kansas, they're probably feeding on the wide variety of eastern turkey within the state. There's somewhere around 250,000 to no, 300,000 to 400,000 eastern turkey within the state of Kansas. So these 30-pound dinosaurs would definitely be a good snack for the cougar every now and then. Now, they're probably going to be focusing on white-tailed deer, especially during late May, early June when the fawns are being born. They're going to be pretty easy prey, and the fawns do give off a scent, so it's much easier for predators to detect them than what it's made out to be in recent decades. Lying still in the flowers or grasses only does so much for them. But cougars are definitely going to prey on the over 700,000 white-tailed deer that inhabit the state of Kansas. Now, the problem is that the other species of deer in the state, especially in the western part of Kansas, mule deer have been having a tough time. For some reason, back in 2022, we had over 50,000 mule deer roaming the western part of Kansas. Now it has decreased to just 36,000, which is interesting. This individual has been obviously taking some supplements, so he's getting a lot extra calcium, phosphorus, and sodium. But besides that, he's pretty healthy. So pumas within Kansas, I'm guessing in some instances because they're having to move through, some regions, fragmented habitat, but also there's quite a bit of Kansas that's just untouched prairie land, meaning just the native grassland that exists within different parts of Kansas. Probably having a territory of 60 to 70 square miles in some instances. If animals like turkeys and white-tailed deer are more abundant, you could have it where it's somewhere around 20 to 30 square miles. The KDWP has yet to find any similar evidence of mountain lions breeding or living in Kansas. Peake said that periods where multiple sightings were confirmed in Kansas in a short amount of time recently, such as in Sedgwick or Potawatomi counties, could indicate that mountain lions may be sticking around in some areas for an extended period of time before leaving. So yeah. Oh, okay. So Sedgwick, this is the county I believe that surrounds Wichita Falls. So this is towards south central Kansas. Now, the thing with the Potawatomi County, where this puma is inhabiting, this is a bit northeast of areas where bison exist within Kansas. There are a couple wild herds of prairie bison within the state. There's the herd of bison, which is the largest in the Tallgrass National Prairie Preserve, and which is just east of the town of Epira. And then a bit further east, you have the Maxwell Nature Refuge, which also has another herd of bison. Now, the reason why I'm also mentioning bison in Kansas is because occasionally cougars will hunt young bison, especially at a newborn. That's very easy prey for a cougar. If it's been abandoned by the herd, even one, slightly larger than this would be an easy prey item. We're talking about, an 80-pound calf. It's really not much of a problem for a puma to take on, but they're not going to be preying on larger male or female bison. But it does occur with the youngsters. Though the worst threats to cougars within Kansas are tornadoes. So if you ever see a cougar in the air, um, he has a major problem. And this individual obviously has trauma from that. So hopefully that rarely happens and they just get to roam Kansas as they do in the other states. Let's see. So we know there's been multiple cats through there. Potawatomi County, Peak said, one or more slowed down in that area. Why there instead of other areas of the state isn't completely obvious. Beek said that as mountain lion populations become more established in neighboring states, the opportunities to see the big cats in the wild go up, along with the chances they may start kicking or sticking around long term in Kansas. Now, the other thing is that mountain lions, another prey source that they'll have in the state are raccoons. And the other reason I say that is because there could be as many as 40 raccoons per square mile in Kansas. We need we need the Cougar Marines or SWAT teams going out and wiping out the raccoons because that's not good, especially in the western part of Kansas. Actually, much of the state, the raccoons are not native to. Maybe on the eastern edge of the state of Kansas, raccoons are actually native to those forests. But outside of that, they've become a big problem. Same thing for areas of like what were originally the Great Plains of Nebraska, South Dakota, Oklahoma. They have become just overabundant and they've been causing a lot of damage to the turkey populations in many instances with the raccoons. And coyotes, there's somewhere around 300,000 coyotes within the state of Kansas. and that's just far too many. And we need even more SWAT teams of cougars going out and wiping them out. Um, he said the recent discovery of mountain lion kittens in Oklahoma could mean that Kansas isn't far behind with getting its own native born pumas. Yeah. Yeah. A couple of cougars having kittens in Oklahoma. That's going to help. Again, there's nowhere in the state where the evidence would indicate there's one living there, Peake said. The odds of encountering one are still extremely low. Yeah. Probably because the tornadoes came in and send them back to Colorado. Um, the KDWP confirms mountain lion sightings mostly through help from the general public and the use of trail cameras. Peake said many of the big cats usually make a beeline through Kansas and are long gone by the time a sighting is confirmed. We're still in the monitoring phase, Peake said. We try to keep track of what they're confirmed, of where they're confirmed. The KWP provided a map and corresponding list displaying when and where mountain lions were confirmed to be in Kansas going back to 2007. So it looks like this is just showing, at least in yellow, where they've been spotted and then just the different dates of different years. Also, to remind everybody, a puma, a cougar, and a mountain lion are technically there are true mountain lions that exist in the country of Ethiopia, in the Ethiopian mountains. You could even say in certain higher elevation ranges of South Africa, Namibia, where there are true mountain, lions, Panthera leo. But in the case of Puma concolor, which is what the cougar or mountain lion in quote in this case is in North America, is actually a close relative of the cheetah and not so much the lion. Also, lion belongs to genus Panthera, and the cougar belongs to genus Puma. Um, see, so yeah, a large cougar barely reaches the size of even a large lioness. So um, it is far. It's cougars are more closely related to house cats, bobcats, or different species of lynx and cheetahs compared to lions. So looking at this, think this was pretty much. Is this pretty much it? Okay. Well, it's good to hear that we have mountain lions roaming different parts of Kansas. Hopefully, they'll just stick to preying on whitetails, turkeys, do some operations on the raccoons and the coyotes. And that's anyway. Let me know what your thoughts are on different mountain lion sightings in different states in the comments. And from prehistoric to present, my name is Ethan. This is Creature Guide Live Daily News. You can catch new episodes throughout the day at Creature Guide Live on Rumble and YouTube. Remember to like, comment, and if you love talking about animals, share this show with everyone you know because nothing is better than all animals all the time.